Think Madison Scouts brass, and the name Scott Boerma immediately springs to top of mind. Kind of like peas and carrots, as Forrest Gump would say. Scott started as a Scouts baritone player in '84, and his arrangements have helped shape Madison's sound for the better part of 25 years. Scott also wrote for the resurgent Spirit of Atlanta, and the Hawthorne Caballeros played Boerma charts in the DCI ranks. Scott is director of bands and professor of music at Western Michigan in real life. Before that, he led the Michigan Marching Band into the big house in those days of Big Ten glory. A teacher's teacher, Scott Boerma is still very much at home on the shores of Lake Mendota.
Thank you, DCI Hall of Fame Committee, for this remarkable and unexpected honor. I'm beyond proud to share this moment with my incredible fellow inductees, Gordon Henderson, whom I've admired forever, John Vanderkolff, and Mike Duffy. I'd like to sincerely thank those who wrote letters and vocally supported my nomination: Chris Komnick, Mark Waymeyer, Doug Thrower, Todd Sneed, Sal Salas, Michael Cesario, Robert W. Smith, Van Matthews, and James Scheckler. I owe my involvement in the drum corps world to my father and mother. My dad was a high school band director and dragged me to drum corps shows as a kid in the mid-'70s through early '80s. I remember taking a portable cassette recorder to Whitewater one year, and I played those recordings until the tapes broke. My father later gave me the opportunity to arrange something for our high school band when I was a senior. It was a direct ripoff of Jim Ott's famous Georgia on My Mind arrangement for the Spirit of Atlanta. For hours and hours, I played and replayed the Betamax video of the PBS broadcast, learning how the chords and orchestration worked. That arrangement led to notice from my college band director, Jim Wright, who let me write arrangements for my university marching band. He also encouraged me to audition for the 1984 Madison Scouts. I played baritone in the Scouts for 2 years, and then was asked to be on brass staff by the person who would have an enormously significant impact on my life, Scott Stewart. His ideologies and philosophies of doing the right things for the right reasons always truly helped shape me into the person I am today. His unwavering insistence on the priorities of educating and serving the corps members and entertaining the audiences over any competitive goals forged my lifelong commitment to those ideals. My collaboration with my dear friend Craig Mason as brass co-caption heads in the late '80s highly influenced me as a teacher, and our shared memories of that historic 1988 European tour and DCI championship are vivid yet today. When I was given the daunting responsibility of reworking some of the 1988 arrangements and then becoming the arranger in '89 at the age of 24, I couldn't imagine that I would be in that role on and off for 24 seasons. Also arranging for the Spirit of Atlanta for 7 years was a bizarro twist to having ripped off Jim Ott so many years before. The list of other arrangers who have significantly inspired me throughout the years is so deep, but I'll throw a few out there really quick. Wayne Downey, Ray Baumgart, John Georgeson, Robert W. Smith, Larry Kirchner, Jay Dawson, Jim Prime, Frank Doherty, Jay Bocook, Michael Klesch, Jay Kennedy, Doug Thrower, J.D. Shaw, Ryan George, Dave Glide, John Meehan, Richard Saucedo, Tim Salzman, Michael Martin, Key Poland, Jimmy Elvord. I could go on and on. However, all of us arrangers know that our success was a result of collaborations with brilliant creators. I am so fortunate to have written with such amazing percussion arrangers, visual designers, and program coordinators. To quickly name just a few: Chris Thompson and Max Jacoby, Jeff Moore and Taras Naherniak, Jim Yakis and Brian Johnson, Colin McNutt and Ian Moyer, James Sparling, Ryan Ellis and Matt Hahn, Todd Ryan, Jeremy Hunt, Doug Tholo, Mike Luffelholtz, Mike Turner, David Vita, Scott Stewart, Mark Waymeyer, Michael Cesario, Sal Salas, Casey Michael, Jason Robb. The list goes on and on. My arrangements have always been brought to life by so many wonderful teachers. To your relief, I won't attempt to list them because we'd be here for hours. They are the ones who inspire greatness from the corps members and give them the tools to dazzle audiences every summer. Of course, I want to thank all of the corps and band members who have ever played my charts. They are the true reason we're all in this for the long haul. Their dedication to excellence and entertainment is inspiring each and every year, and without them, the notes and dots would just sit on the pages. Seeing the crowds jump out of their seats because of the passion that these performers bring each night is always the highlight of my drum corps experiences. Most importantly, I'd like to thank my wife, Amy, for supporting my habit all these years. She's never been a big fan of me being away for weeks at a time, but she knew early on that it was my passion. She has always supported me in every way, and she's my biggest fan. I love you so much, Amy. At an early age, drum corps opened this small-town boy's eyes to the wonderful diversity of people and ideas beyond my limited experience. Without knowing it at the time, I was learning to interact with, work with, and love people very different from me. My drum corps experience positively shaped who I am as a person today. Thank you all for this recognition. I'm truly overwhelmed to be on the list with so many people I admire so deeply. I wish you all continued success and happiness. Like you want to hear me talk anymore. I'm sure that's not the case. It's overwhelming to be looking out at these people that I'm just floored to even be in the same room with. So thank you so much, and I wish you the very best. Have a great, fun week.